Aggressive. If I had to go around with a nose like that, I'd hide my whole face under a hat. Friendly.
Here we are. Just the three of us, yeah?
Descriptive. It's a rock, a hill, a mountaintop. I'd love to rest on your magnificent Mount Everest. Good grief, you must use a sheet for a handkerchief.
Rustic!
Sir, you gotta draw a number if you want to go in for the biggest cucumber. Naive! When can we visit the monument? Speculative. Tell me, sir, what is the rent? See there how a spiritual man is capable of phrasing it. You see? I enjoy making fun of myself, but I won't take it from anyone else.
You are so fair. And so divine. You are my one attraction. And if you will wear my ring, you will inherit everything. Thank you.
And all that off the top of your head. With Madame here to watch, it seems your stage fright has fled.
Sir, this is really none of your business.
This lady is my cousin. And see, I'm a little concerned about the quality of your poetry.
Arrogant clod. A squire without gloves.
Oh, no gloves, you say? I had one once, but now it's vanished without a trace. I think I left it in some Viscount's face.
Braggart! Bloody fool!
Ah, pleased to meet you. Hercule Savignan, Cyrano de Bergerac. Ah!
What's the matter?
Oh, it's gone all stiff. Ah!
What's the matter with you?
My rapier is tingling.
Hold that joint.
Good! Now, here's what I propose. While we cross swords, I will compose a poem to remember it, and when the poem ends, I hit. The ballad of a fencing bout between Cyrano de Bergerac and the foppish lout.
What's that?
The title, dedicated to Madeleine Robin, otherwise known as Roxanne. I swiftly toss away my hat, and then, more slowly, I untie my trailing cloak to follow that. Then, from the scabbard on my thigh, I draw my sword and raise it high. And now my blade begins to flick, and when the color ends, I hit. Be burst, you purple grape! Now the juice beneath your peel, quiver and quake. You ribbon tape, the rolls of fat your silks conceal. Let's ring your bells. A pretty peal. Is that a fly?
Where?
I'll see to it. Yeah, and that's the poor man. I hit. I need a rhyme for one more verse. You've gone as pale as winter sky. Courage beginning to disperse. The struggle and loss. I'm underway. The vision blurs. The mouth is dry. I see it's time to finish it. So as the poem ends, I hit.
You! You. You make way too many enemies, Cyrano. Tagish, he's a powerful man. You know, I hear he's looking for young talent. He could make you a famous writer.
Oh, never.
You exaggerate. You know, if you'd stop playing the hero, you could actually
Become rich and powerful, is that what you mean? Never.
You exaggerate, Cyrano.
Yeesh! That lump of fat thinks he's God's gift to women. I hate him. Ever since that night where I saw him slobbering all over her like a slug leaving a trail of slime on a lily.
Her? You aren't
In love. Yes, I am.
But with who then?
I love the most beautiful woman on earth. Who else? Yeah, the cleverest. The most intelligent. The kindest.
I know who it is. Your cousin, Madeline Robin. Just tell her you were her hero today.
Honest, do you think she'll even look at me with this grotesque thing here? I cherish no illusions. When I see couples strolling on a balmy summer's night, I often dream of walking there too with my arm around the waist of Roxanne. Sometimes I feel so ugly.
You?
Yes, tomorrow at the break of day, she will be going to the Church of Saint Germain. She sent me to ask where she could meet you after Mass.
Oh my God. At the
Ragnarok.
Ragnose, the master pastry cook,
Who lives at?
Idiot, in the...
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
In the...
At the corner of Rue Saint-Honoré.
She'll be there at 7. Will you be there?
Oh, you let them come. With 10 hearts, 20 arms, my one nose, and my soul's defiance. I won't be fighting dwarves anymore, but giants!
Bonjour! Cyrano! I've been looking for you.
Monsieur Miguel! Poet of poets in the streets of Paris.
Oui?
You're going home tonight. I'll tuck you in myself.
Ooh la la. 100 men!
100 men! Nice round number,
Yeah.
I say. Come on!
Yeah.
Follow me! Yeah, but stay on my way. 100 men! Marvelous! I can't wait to keep this rendezvous. Let's go! Teach them a lesson or two.
Voila!
What's the time?
Oh, it's 6 o'clock.
Another hour? I don't dare talk to her. Yeah, what's the time?
6:05.
I don't dare look her in the face. I'll write her a letter and get out of here. What's the time?
6:30.
I love you. Your eyes. Fear makes me tremble when you look at me. What's the time?
10:30.
The time?
5:30.
Time?
Oh.
Blessed is the moment when you thought of me, when you remembered my existence.
I have another reason to come here. There's something I've got to tell you. But first, I want to see in you again the brother you used to be in the lake, in the park, in the meadows.
In Bergerac, the summers there, you were just a girl.
Your rapier was a pine branch.
And you played with dolls.
Everything was still a game.
And the blackberries were sweeter.
My wish was always your command.
And you wore short skirts. And people still called you Madeline.
Was I pretty then?
Not bad. You weren't Roxanne yet.
You would come running to me with a scratch on your hand from climbing trees, bleeding. And I would say, now how did you manage to get that? Sternly, like a mother who doesn't want to seem too concerned. What's that? Let me see. How did you manage to get that?
Just a little bit of rough play with a few big boys down at the Point de Nessa.
Were you in a fight?
It was just a skirmish.
How many of them were there?
Not even 100.
Tell me all about it.
Now, some other time. What was it? You didn't dare tell me just then.
I can tell you now. mild scent of the past has given me courage. I'm in love with someone. Someone who doesn't know, who doesn't suspect, not yet. But he will know, soon. He loves me too, in silence. He's afraid of being turned down, so he hasn't said a word to me yet. But in his eyes, I read what his mouth does not dare to utter. He wears the colors of your regiment. What's more, he's even, small world is this, he's in your company. He looks intelligent, he's proud, courageous, and noble. He's good looking.
Good looking.
What's the matter?
Nothing. My hand hurts a little.
I adore him, but I must admit we've never spoken.
What's his name?
Oh, a beautiful name, Baron Christian de Novelette.
I don't know that name. He's not in the guards.
He's only just joined this morning.
My dear, poor dear child, think! Love is blind. You love beauty, fine words, wit. What if your great love turns out to be a nitwit?
He couldn't be. He has the curls of a Greek god.
Yeah, well, the curls! Same curls grow on a sheep's head. What if he's an idiot?
Then I'd rather be dead.
So this is the sad news you came to tell me. I don't see what you want from me, so please explain.
Heard bad news. Somebody said that company of yours is made up mostly of Gascon. He's under your protection. No one will dare to touch him.
All right.
And defend him
I'll take that young man under my wing.
as much as you can. For my sake, we've always been friends, haven't we?
Always.
You willing to be his friend too?
Because you asked me.
Never let him fight a duel?
I promise.
You're a very dear friend. I'd like to hear the story of that fight you were in. Not right now, some other time I've got to go. Ask him to write to me. I love you. Love you very much.
Yes, yes.
Tell him to write to me. 100 men.
The men of Castel Jaloux! Our hats we wear like cornets and have plumes to hide the holes from you! We are the Gascony cadets! But cook our enemies on brochettes!
100 men. Around midnight, I walked up to them. The silver bell of the moon was shining in the sky. Somber cloud drifted by like a wind shroud. Suddenly it went dark, really pitch black, as there were no lamps lit on the quay. I couldn't see a hand in front of my face. Who's this?
I'm new here.
What's your name, rookie?
Baron Christian de
I see, I'm glad to know that. So I couldn't see a hand in front of my face. I thought to myself, if I go through with this, I might arouse the wrath of powerful men, Count de Guiche. I'm probably being reckless, sticking my
Your nose.
hand into a hornet's nest. I'd better be careful not to get his
His nose
back.
up.
Still, I didn't flinch, and I went on. Suddenly, I was
Nose
face
to
to face
nose.
with 100 ruffians, the foul stench of
Hit
beer,
your
cheese,
nose.
and garlic on their breath. I knocked 2 of them down, and the third I pierced with
With
my
your nose!
You're a brave man. I like that. I'm her cousin.
Whose cousin?
Hers. Roxanne's. She told me everything.
Does she love me?
Who knows? You really are good looking.
Thanks.
Roxanne is expecting a letter from you tonight.
This is useless. I can never find the right words.
Nonsense, you were quite eloquent just then.
That was easy. That was soldier's talk, but when it comes to women, I get tongue-tied. They just like to look at me. I don't know the language of love.
I do, but it's no use to me with this.
Oh, but you know Roxanne. Oh, Roxanne, she is just
Eloquent.
eloquent. And Roxanne, she is so
Graceful.
graceful and she's...
Poetic.
Oh, God, I wish I could talk like you.
I'll lend you the words. And you? Lend me your charm, your looks. Together, we can be the perfect romantic hero.
What?
I'll put the words in your mouth.
You're proposing...
Yeah, do you want to capture her heart or not?
Yes,
Yeah,
but...
You don't understand why I would do such a thing? I think it would be amusing, a challenge for a poet. You fill in for me and I for you. I'll be your voice, you be my lips.
Well, she is expecting a letter tonight.
No problem, I've got one ready. All it needs is your signature and you can send it to her as it is. Don't worry, I was very inspired when I wrote it. It would go straight to her heart. I always carry a few love letters on me.
Will the text suit Roxanne?
Perfectly. In her vanity, she will think it was written for her.
Thank you. My friend!
100 times I've written this letter in my mind, laying my soul next to the paper and copy the words out. I'm in your hands. This paper is my voice. This ink is my blood. This letter is me. Dear, in your presence, such confusion grips my heart that it grows wordless. My pen brushes the paper like a kiss. So read this letter, madam, with your lips. Far from this dark, banal, deceitful world, there is a country where refined souls can meet each other. Far from this bitter, violent, and devious world, there is a country where lovers can be happy. Lost my heart to you. Send it back. I want to suffer as before.
So, is Roxanne's loved one still the most perfect man on earth?
Yes. He is so profound, so witty, so unexpectedly
Brilliant.
even more than you are. Never my entire life have I met a man who's such a master of language as he is.
Really?
Turns sweet nothings into verbal jewels. Sometimes he falls silent, as if his muse is refusing to sing for him, but then he says brilliant things again.
Really?
When you see him, then send him to me. I'm longing to hear those brilliant words from his own mouth.
Madam!
Geesh. Go, quickly. If he finds out about Christian and me, he'll put a stop to it right away.
Madam,
Monsieur de Guiche.
I have come to say goodbye. When will I see you again? I've been made commanding officer. At long last, I'll be able to get back at that loud-mouthed cousin of yours.
Will the cadets be going too?
Well, they belong to my regiment. What's that?
It hurts when someone who is dear to you goes to battle.
Madam.
Do you know how you could hurt him most? By leaving him and his cadets in Paris while the war goes on in Paris. That would get him. Keep him out of the battle.
Women! Only a woman could be as crafty to think of that.
Cyrano will be furious, and your revenge will be sweet.
So you love me? May I take your help as a sign of your love for me?
Certainly.
Here are the letters for all the companies. And here is the order for the guard. I have fallen madly in love with you. Why must I leave now, just when you're warmed up? There's a Capuchin monastery nearby where I could hide, and then tonight, under the cover of darkness, I could come and see you. My dear, may I?
No, it's better you didn't. Go now. Fight like a hero, Antoine.
Wonderful! So you love...
The man who makes me tremble.
Those words are music to my ears. I'm going now. You're quite satisfied?
Yes,
Yes.
my dear friend.
You've got to prove yourself. She wants to talk to you. So, learn this by heart.
No! I'm not going to memorize anything! Tonight, I taught myself.
Yes.
Why not? I'm not a total idiot. I mean, I've learned a lot from you, but I can always just kiss her.
Suit yourself.
All right. I love you.
Christian, speak to me of love.
I love you.
The theme, now for the variations, embroider.
I am mad about you.
Very nice. And what else?
And I hope you love me too.
I was expecting champagne, and all I get is water. How do you love me? How?
A lot! Very much.
Unveil your feelings.
I want to kiss your throat. No, I don't love you. I adore you.
Please stop. My ears are in pain. What has happened to that brilliant oratorical talent of yours? Where are those finely wrought sentences, those well-chosen metaphors, those words that could only come from your pen, your mouth, your heart?
I love
You
you!
love me, old hat adieu.
Start again.
Roxanne!
You again.
Roxanne, I need to talk to you.
Away.
Roxanne, please.
No, you don't love me.
Wrong.
How wrong? What abuse?
I don't love you, you say.
I don't love you, you say?
God knows my passion grows stronger every day.
God knows my passion grows stronger every day.
That's more like it.
My love is so huge. How can you disdain it? It has such
Heart.
force, my heart can't contain it.
Besides, your words descend while mine must climb. Falling is swift, but rising takes up time.
I'm coming down.
No!
Come on, climb on the bench.
No!
Why not?
Let us enjoy this nightly visit for a little while longer. Let us talk softly without seeing each other.
Without seeing each other?
I am a shadow, and you are the sun's light.
Your voice sounds so different. Are you hoarse?
Yes. Very different. Under the cloak cloak of darkness, I finally dare to be myself. Everything I have always wanted to say to you, I can now blow up to you like a kiss. I love you. I am mad with love for you. I cannot forget a single thing about you. I remember last year, on the 12th of May, you changed your hair. Those beautiful locks of yours burned themselves into my retina so fiercely, they blinded me. If I look at you for too long, the whole world changes into a maze of blondness. That's true love. This evening is a gift from heaven, far too dear ever to end. I speak to you, you hear, I and you. Hope never ran so high. And now, all that remains now is to die. Has the thought ever made you shiver as one who grieves? For you do tremble. I can feel the gentle tremor of your hand shaking the jasmine where I stand. Trembling, crying, I love you. You're going too fast. She's deeply moved. You want me to disappoint her.
You're not insisting anymore?
Of course I insist! Without insisting, I would ask you not to grant this kiss.
Why?
Shut up, Christian!
Nothing!
I was angry with myself, so I said, shut up, Christian!
Roxanne.
There's one crumb of comfort I can savor. She kisses on his lips the words I gave her. Roxanne!
Who's there?
It's me, Cyrano! Roxanne, there's a monk at the door to see you.
That is why I have sent this monk. He is a simple soul who has no idea what it's all about. I will be with you in a quarter of an hour, Count de Guiche. Brother? Listen what it says here. Mademoiselle, it is the high will of the cardinal that you shall comply with his strict orders without protest. That is why the bearer of this secret is a wise and discreet Capuchin. He is to perform the ceremony of holy matrimony tonight in your house between you and Baron Christian de Neuvillette. No matter how much you loathe him, resign yourself to your fate, Count de Guiche. Terrible! I cannot escape this marriage. Brother, how much time do you need? Postscript, give the monk 20 gold pieces.
15 minutes.
Cross, a veil. Christian!
Roxanne!
I sent who is to join us in matrimony.
Alas, Count, I have just married Baron Christian de Neuvillette.
Your husband is leaving for Eris tonight.
To war?
To the front.
But for the cadets, we'll be staying here.
They're going. Here's the marching order. Consider it a wedding present.
Sure. Make sure his life is never in danger. I'll try. That he does not suffer from the cold. See to it that he's faithful to me. And make sure he writes to me often.
I can promise you that.
front, just outside of Arras. The camp of Carbon de Cassel-Jaloux, early in the morning. The plain is strewn with military equipment, tents, weapons, drums, a campfire. The men are sleeping in one another's arms because of the cold. My stomach is rumbling because I haven't eaten in 2 days. Who goes there?
It's me, Cyrano.
I do not know why you risk your life for a stupid letter.
I promised her.
And where are you going now?
Write another.
Gentlemen, even the rats are fleeing because of the hunger. Sir! The regiment is leaving today. The cadets will stay here to fend off the expected attack of the Spaniards. So, gentlemen, your orders. Stop the Spanish at all costs until we get back.
And how are we supposed to do that?
By fighting to the last man.
Is this your revenge?
My revenge? I'm simply placing your unparalleled bravery into the service of the king. I'll be sure to recommend you for a posthumous decoration.
I'm much obliged.
Oh, I thought you enjoyed fighting 100 men, single-handed. This should be right up your alley. What are you doing?
Nothing.
You're lying. Show me that. Show me. Oh my God, I see it now.
You're wrong, Christian.
What is this? That spot, that is a tear stain.
I know! As I was writing, I got carried away. I was moved to tears, after all. I have this. Wait, what's that?
A carriage.
Carriage!
From the enemy.
Shoot!
No, wait! The coachman's shouting something.
What's he shouting?
In the name of the king.
King.
Attention! Salute parade formation! Make way for the king! Battery out! Make way for the king!
Hello?
In the name of the king. Oh my God!
God, Roxanne, how did you
My
find
dear cousin, how did I find you? It's very easy. Simply followed the trace of death, destruction, always straight ahead. When I was asked about the purpose of my journey, I simply said, I am going to see my lover. And even the most bloodthirsty Spaniard closed the carriage doors with royal dignity, bowed to me like a comma, and said, por favor, señor.
Roxanne, you must leave.
Me?
And hurry.
Why?
Because this place spells death.
De Guiche has played a dirty trick on us.
We're surrounded.
And the Spaniards can attack at any minute.
I'm staying. I've decided I want to witness the battle. This country air has made me hungry. Pate, a game dish, burgundy.
Then don't be surprised. I've written her more often than you think.
How often have I written her? Once a week?
Yeah, more.
Twice a week?
More.
3 times a week?
More.
Every day?
Yes, every day. Twice.
That is crazy. No one is that passionate and risks their life unless...
Quiet!
She does mean to me.
Roxanne,
I loved you ever since you bared your soul to me under the balcony, and in your letters I kept hearing your voice again. I read your letters over and over again, and your love was burning inside me. Forgive me for only loving your good looks at first.
and now?
Now I love your innermost being. I love your soul. Your looks are not important anymore. I would love you just the same if you were to lose them.
Even if I was ugly.
Yes, I swear.
You love her. You love her? You love her.
Yes, I do. With heart and soul.
Then tell her.
Oh, no, no.
She said she would love me, even if I was ugly.
She said that?
Yes.
That's nonsense. She doesn't mean that.
Cyrano, tell her. I want to know who she prefers.
You!
Roxanne! Cyrano has something very important that he needs to tell you.
Even if you were ugly?
Yes,
Terribly ugly.
even then,
Deformed.
I would love him even more.
Ridiculous.
He could never be ridiculous.
My happiness is in you.
What did you say?
Roxanne? I want to...
Oh dear, there was something on your mind.
Yes, you could say that again.
Dear cousin, what did you want to tell me?
Nothing. Nothing, I swear. Roxanne, I assure you that Christian's thoughts were with you the entire time.
Word.
It's over. He was the first to attack. This letter was found on him.
Christian! My sweetheart. My cheek grows cold against my lips. Stay with me. You were the only one who knew his letters. Wasn't he a unique, brilliant man?
Yes, Roxanne.
A fine poet.
Yes, Roxanne.
So warm-hearted. So pure.
Are you still in mourning? Will you keep your beauty hidden like this forever?
Still in mourning.
And still faithful?
Still faithful.
I suppose you still wear his last letter on your heart.
I do.
Tell me, do you still see Cyrano often?
Every Saturday he visits. At the stroke of 7, I hear his walking stick on the porch, and then they make that armchair ready underneath the tree. I'll let you out.
Maybe it's best I don't tell her. I paid Cyrano a visit today. I saw him leave his house this morning, so I ran. Then he turned a corner, and then I saw a servant who, on accident, or on purpose, who can say, dropped a log from his window just as Cyrano was passing by.
I said, "Excuse me, sir, I cannot see you. Today is Saturday, and I have an appointment to keep at this time. Every Saturday, someone is expecting me.
Well,
Come back in an hour."
you shall have to wait for a very long time then, because I won't let you go until much later this evening.
I might have to leave a little earlier. My chronicle of the week. On Saturday, the 19th, the king was unwell after drinking 8 bottles of Moselle. On Sunday, they burned 763 real beeswax candles, and at the Queen's Ball, there were a few scandals. Our army made the Austrians tremble, On Monday at 5, and 4 witches were burnt too, so they're no longer alive.
And on Tuesday?
On Tuesday, Madame Arthis' little lapdog got altered.
That will do.
Wednesday, no news. At least, none was reported. On Thursday, the entire court went to Fontainebleau. Madame Mancini became the Queen of France for the night. On Friday, the Countess de Guiche said no in the morning, and yes in the evening at the dance, and on Saturday...
What's the matter? Sarah.
Nothing. Nothing, these old wounds from Arras.
His letter.
Didn't you say you'd let me read it one day?
Did you read it now?
Yes, very much, tonight. Goodbye, Roxanne, I'm going to die. Goodbye, my dearly beloved.
Who's you?
No, Roxanne,
I should have recognized your voice.
No, it wasn't me, I swear.
Christina! It was you who wrote those letters. All those sweet words. That voice. In the night it was your soul you loved me.
I did not love you.
Why did you keep silent for 14 years?